You're watching BCTV. We're all about Branford. You're watching BCTV, Branford Government Television, a service of Branford Community Television. This program is brought to you in part through the support of the town of Branford.
I'd like to call the meeting of the Board of Fire Commissioners for May 23rd, 2024, and the time is 5:03. I'll call the meeting to order. I would like at this time to have a moment of silence to honor Madeline Buzz Clem, who passed away on May 10th, 2024. She served the Board of Fire Commissioners for 30 years, and she was the longest serving commissioner of the department. She will be deeply missed. I'm going to be doing her reports for her, so I hope she's going to be looking down at me. I think I'm going to do okay until we find her replacement. But in all seriousness, we're really going to miss Buzz.
Yeah, amen. Yeah.
Yeah, so if we can have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. I just want to thank the board, the chief's office, everybody, the whole board was all honor guards for her, pallbearers, so the family really appreciated that, along with Chief Murray, Chief Kozak, Chief Mahoney, and Chief Kujima. So thank you to all. Approval of minutes for April 25th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so voted. Under personnel report, we had a structure fire at 180 North Main Street last week. They got there and they found heavy fire. There was an occupant in the building, one of the owners, who did actually have to be transported to the hospital. He was burned. It was non-life threatening. I want to say it was an aggressive attack by the Branford Fire Department. Did a nice job. The building is condemned. It does have to come down. But it was a great job. We also were assisted by Guilford, and East Haven was covering. There was a couple calls going on the Turnpike, Chief, I think, right at the same time.
We had a crash on West Main Street,
Yeah.
and then another medical going on. So we had also AMR and Access Nelson ambulances.
Yeah. So there was a lot happening in Branford all at one time, as usual.
As usual.
On May 20th, 2024, this past month, the RTM unanimously passed our budget. Therefore, our plan that we have to move on, phase one is to hire 16 new of the EMS division. That's been approved, and that will take effect July 1st. And the chief can give a little more intel about that, of how that's all going to work and pan out. But I really want to thank the Board of Finance, the Selectman's Office, the RTM, this board that's been fighting for the past 2 years, along with the Chief's Office, that did an unbelievable job with the whole plan. And so we got phase one. Phase two is to build a new station out east, as we all know, on Acorn Road, and to hire 6 additional firefighter paramedics in the year 2026. So we are moving ahead. We will talk about that in a little while too as well. Chief, do you want to give any insight on that right now?
Well, we have begun the process of putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, because it is going to be a large undertaking to onboard 16 new people all at once, both facility-wise, equipment-wise. We have most everything in place. It's just additional work. So we started obtaining quotes from vendors. We have begun the process of determining what our orientation is going to look like, because these are different than we've had in the past with the firefighter paramedics. Some additional lockers for Station 9. We need a station alerting system down there, all of which is contained in our current budget. Some additional radios and stuff like that. But we started the process. It's underway, and we fully feel like we're ready to go. Mm-hmm. Just in conjunction with this is going to be union negotiations. We've had ongoing talks, but until we actually have an agreement, the money's just sitting in a lump. So once we have that, we'll still have to go through the process of taking the contingent money, moving it into the different line items. And we anticipate that to be relatively quick as well, so.
Good. Yeah, I should point out to the public that with our plan of phase one, that Station 9, which is down by Indian Neck by Lenny's, I would use that by the package store. That will be manned 24/7. So there'll be 3 people on the apparatus there, so.
I'll cover that part of town.
Yeah,
So,
and maybe with what's happening, because we are gonna be sharing this building, this facility with the police department, and maybe the ambulance will be down there too. Have to move a couple, people down there, so there could be 5 there for a while until things work out, but we'll see how that pans out. Because we're gonna be operating police and fire now. They're gonna
Right.
be using our hoses now, so. So
Yeah, I know.
I always said,
It'll be
Right.
unless we can use their guns,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a unit.
The last item I have, the following members are going to be receiving awards, which is really great, from the Yale New Haven Center for EMS for successful cardiac arrest saves during 2023. I'm going to give their names, I think we should. Elizabeth Anderson, Clayton Jerzyk, Garrett Lizzie, Eric, I'm going to always say Eric's name.
DeRusso?
Yeah, Russo, Christopher Fig, Megan Haynes, Kevin O'Donnell, Aaron Conroy, Joseph Petrosino, Randall Chitton, Mark Testa. Is that Joseph Petrosino, Captain Petrosino?
That
or
is
son?
Captain Petrosino.
Oh, it is Captain Petrosino, okay, and Captain Randall Chitton. And part-time paramedics Aaron Conroy and Jess Eversole, along with dispatcher Denise Stein, all have been nominated to receive individual awards. So we want to say,
Congratulations.
well done,
Congratulations.
congratulations, well done.
Commissioner Fox will be attending.
Nice,
You
good,
bet.
thank you.
Nice.
That's it for personnel, we'll move on to finance. Commissioner.
Okay, I do not have any transfers, but our repair and maintenance account is overdrawn roughly $27,000. And that is due to the increases in the major vehicle and apparatus repairs, and also inflation is because the parts are a little more expensive. And so I think, Chief, I have to ask you, so are we gonna be good if we do one more transfer for the year, or are we going to?
I think the end of the year we'll be able to cover the majority of this in our budget. I
Okay,
kind of have a spreadsheet that I use to track what the balance is in, what the
Right.
anticipated, excesses will be in certain accounts. And it's gonna be close, but I think we're gonna be good.
so we'll be able to.
We have
Work with
two, and I'm sure Commissioner LaCroix will mention it, and we have 2 of our main frontline pieces out right now. They just
Right.
went out this week. There's gonna be another 2 major repairs. The majority of the costs in these things are the labor hours it takes to get to what's broken.
Right.
And so, for instance, we have a transmission seal on engine 1 that's leaking. It's been leaking for a while in a steering box. To get to both those items, you have to take apart a lot of stuff. So those things add hours, and that's going to be a major cost. But I think I've kind of anticipated that in my projections, and I'm hopeful. But I did use the word cautiously optimistic. So
And once you take it all apart, you gotta put it all back together.
that's
And hope there's no parts left over.
Correct.
yeah.
That's it.
Thank you. I should have to go back on personal. I
Remember, it
forgot
was an
one
O-ring
item.
that blew up the space shuttle.
That's right.
Yeah, yes, little O-ring. I forgot on personnel, Paulina Smaga, who we hired, Smaga?
Smaga.
Yeah, she started as a full-time firefighter paramedic. She was a lateral move. That came from Ridgefield Fire Department.
Right.
She started on 5/6, and she is been assigned to Division 2, so we welcome her.
Yeah, welcome
to the
aboard.
department.
Yes.
Yes. All right, well, training, okay, that's right. All right, so since our last meeting, there's been a lot of, I think they're still doing ladder training, right, Chief, or is it road training, I should say, right? The road training?
Yeah, actually, Assistant Chief Kozak's in the last delivery of the class,
Yep.
which I think they're about halfway through, or 2/3 of the way through, yep.
Yep. So ventilation's still happening, marine operations, main firefighting. What is main firefighting? 'Cause I don't even know.
Marine, I think.
Oh, that's marine. Oh, okay. We forgot, all right.
The R is
Could be a
missing.
All
misspell.
right. If everybody hears the Mayday, if you monitor, you'll hear the Mayday. If someone's down, they do the Mayday. That happens at any time during the day. They'll do a mayday of a firefighter that's trapped. So when it's assisted with operations and with the dispatch center too. That's all part of it all. So that seems to have been really going on good. Marine 2 Hellsman training is going on as well. And we see over the past 2 weeks, 4 deliveries of pediatric advanced life support PALS. Refresher were conducted by Assistant Drill Master EMS Lizzie. Firefighter Garonis was certified on as an aerial operator, and firefighters Mazzarelli and Caney were cleared as operators of Rescue 2 and Truck 1. And on the volunteer side, Company 2 member Mike Manley recently completed Firefighter 1, is now an interior certified firefighter. So a lot of training happening. Any questions on training? We'll go on to apparatus. Commissioner LaCroix.
Presently, there are 71 pending work orders for the entire fleet. 13 of them are in progress as we speak. Two of the big ones that the Chief touched on already was engine 1 is out of service because of a steering box and an oil leak, and the aerial truck has an admissions problem with the computer that's being worked on right now. Those are the two very, very major things. Marine 5 has a plumbing problem. Chief, could you is that for the pump?
Yeah, that was for the pump, and that has been corrected as of,
Okay.
I believe, this week.
Yeah, we were able to
Just-
put a temporary
yeah,
sleeve
yeah.
on it. It does have a dime-sized hole in the piping.
Okay.
And regardless of whether we rinse it, just the salt water sitting in there, eventually we'll do that. So we temporary fix until we can get it hauled and repaired, but it's gonna be a significant repair.
Pressure line or something?
It's the, it's to the deck gun. So it's the molded pipe with the flange that have to be custom built.
Yeah.
So this, we're gonna use this fix as long as we possibly can, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have to do something.
On preventive maintenance is an ongoing chore activity. But as Commissioner Riccio touched on, as far as, once again, as busy as we are, and the use of the entire fleet, because the call volume is so big, there's been a lot of maintenance issues with a lot of the different pieces because they're being used so frequently. So this is, we'll probably, when in time for the next budget, we're probably going to be looking at raising that number significantly as we use more of our apparatus.
We did raise it this year.
No, not yet.
But, the other thing is, it's just the delay in getting the new stuff.
Yep.
Right? We have a truck on order, we have a truck that we're speccing, and then we have 2 ambulances, and we're waiting for all of that.
Yep.
So we think the remount will be here in mid-June.
Is that running late?
The remount?
Yeah.
They, not really significantly.
Okay.
It was the end of May, and there was a couple other issues. I think I mentioned the last time they found some additional corrosion we had to address.
Yep.
But that'll be a well-needed piece that comes in.
Absolutely.
And the new one is, it's in the pipeline. It's,
Yeah.
the last I knew it was 30 weeks out, and I'd
Yep.
probably say that was 10 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
20 weeks out.
That's all I got for highlights, Commissioner.
Alrighty. We have an aging fleet, we know that, so.
Yeah, I kind of say that every week, or every month, I should say.
And we're trying to keep it all going. Right?
Just the other thing too that's off the radar is the Tahoes that were ordered are going through the process of being upfitted right now, so they should be, hopefully the next 30
I'm gonna be
days.
nice, I'm not gonna say anything about the white trucks, Reminds me of a kid growing up when you had the good humor guy come by, but we'll see when you get all the nice flashy stuff on
Get
them,
the change belt going.
Right? I still like yours.
Right, remember
Yeah, okay.
is the,
I had to do that to
Ching,
Mom
ching,
when the chief likes that, right?
Yeah.
I could have a little fun. EMS Commissioner Fox.
Well, following up on the wear and tear on the equipment.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ambulance revenue is over $2 million, $2,138,635 as of now. And there have been 4,712 EMS incidents from July through May 22nd. 3,030 transports to area hospitals. 73% of our calls result in transport. So we are very, very busy.
Yes.
And just last week, I noticed a diversion to St. Francis in Hartford. And
During the fire.
yes, during the fire, and so we had an ambulance in Hartford.
Well,
Yeah. That's why we came up with our new plan, right?
Commissioner,
Yeah.
the next bullet will be on your next page.
Ah, yes. And the department received its amended certificate of operation from the State Office of Emergency Medical Services, authorizing us to add another R5 paramedic first response vehicle and a branch location that allow us to operate paramedic level out of Indian Neck, reducing response time in that part of town.
That's huge.
Yeah,
That's
so
huge.
this
That's huge.
is,
Got the CO yeah.
to your earlier thing about how we're preparing, that was
Yeah.
one of the things we needed to do.
Yeah.
It was mostly a formality, supported by our area towns. We applied to and received that, so we are ready to go when we have the personnel and all the pieces of the puzzle get in place.
It's a
Good job.
It's a big deal.
huge big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah, a major transition for the department.
Yes, absolutely.
That's it. Anything
That's
other
it,
questions?
yeah, I mean,
EMS?
we're
Great
working
job
on-
by everybody again, you know,
Yeah.
can't say any more.
And they're working on the recruitment plan, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. We're gonna take it. Buildings, Commissioner Ahern.
So the Acorn Road property has been surveyed by Criscolo and submitted to the town, put on file. They did a nice job. And on top of that, there is a fueling station going in at the back of fire headquarters.
So what are we getting a gallon for that now? Would you anything, that's a nice, is that gonna be Branford Fire gas?
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that.
You know, one of the nice things about that though, actually, is that, talk about wear and tear, that
Yeah, it helps
our
us out a
vehicles will have to
lot.
drive all the way out to 139.
139, yeah,
Right.
huge.
So that'll be nice.
Only problem is Acorn Road's gonna have to come here to get gas. Or
Yeah.
they can go there though. Right? We're still keeping that out there, right?
I believe the back road's still closed off.
It is, and it will be until further notice for now. And at some point in the near future, they're going to cut across to get the power from the building to there. So we'll temporarily shut down the driveway. The apparatus will have to come back in through the outdoor.
Yep.
And then, but that's only supposed to be brief. They're gonna steel plate it. And then part of this contract was to repave beyond the work area. So they're gonna repave a significant portion.
That's good.
So that it's more, it's
12
not
years
just gonna be
old.
chopped up and
Yeah.
left with a big, patch.
Yeah.
good.
They're gonna
That's nice, yeah.
repave the whole stretch, so,
Excellent.
yeah.
That's all I got.
Yes, and to answer your question, the diesel fueling station at 139 will remain open.
Gotcha. No gas out there?
No gas.
Okay.
Only gas will be here.
Yep.
Shut down the PD.
The PD, and that's really the whole push behind this project, is because we still have a buried tank, and it requires a whole extra bunch of steps and insurance that the town has to do, and for the DEP. It'll eliminate that once they pull it out, and
Yeah.
so.
We have a tank? No, we don't have a tank. The PD does.
The PD has.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
So once that's
Yeah,
gone,
okay, yeah.
this will be the only gas.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Pensions and communications, as you can see, 19 of the 42 eligible volunteers earned stipend for 2023. And you can see they're all listed on a sheet for you. It's highlighted, but they'll follow across, you can see where they are.
Yeah, if there's an amount in the yellow highlight, those are
Yeah.
the individuals that earn the stipend.
Yep.
Okay. So it's, under 50% of the 42, so.
And it goes down every year.
Yeah. And it was 26, it's dwindling, yeah.
Yeah.
So. Under communications, where we have, we do have something from the fire marshal's office. We always forget about him. Poor Fire Marshal Dobo, does a great job, Dobinski. As you can see, he gave it about, he's working on a lot of stuff. I know the Ricer system really does help him out a lot, that we endorse that town, go on that system. And they're really, I gotta tell you, as owning properties in town, it's really good, and they're on top of stuff. So, if something's not reported by the techs that come and do the inspections, I can just tell you that they came to one of my facilities, November 6th of 2023, and I got a notice on May 1st saying that I was, and everything was done, but it was never put in by the tech. The techs are required to go in and do it, so. But it does really help him out a lot there, but he's still overwhelmed with a lot happening. As you can see, he's working on right now the private hydrants too, so. Fire investigations are still happening. Every fire has to be investigated. He has vehicle fires, the structure fires, the residential. And then he's also works on the community events, as you can see, happening, what's going on with the training at the schools, along with, we're going back and touch a truck and Easter egg hunts that we had, so.
And also, he was out doing fire extinguisher training for the festival committee members and vendors for the tents.
Yeah.
It's a requirement for them to be able to, so it's an additional thing that he does as well.
Yeah, he does a lot of
Nice
work.
job,
He's a
yeah.
hard-working person.
Well, looking at just
Doing
all
his
of the
office.
building that's going on around town.
Yeah,
Still
yeah, you
going
gotta
on.
forget, that's him too.
I know. Well,
I know he's got
that's why
some- He's got deputies happening and stuff, but,
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
busy.
our two new deputy fire marshals have started.
Yeah.
He begun his orientation with them, getting them right into doing it, especially the plan review, because that's one of those things, if you don't do it, you're gonna lose it. So you just come out of school, go.
Start doing it.
Feet right into the fire, let's go, and he's got that process going, so it'll help him out. And of course, you saw Deputy Fire Marshal Hayes working hard.
Yeah.
When he came in today, so.
Good. All right, that's it on mine, and we'll turn it over to the chief. Chief's report, much part of it I took away from, sorry about that, chief.
No, that's all
Next
right.
on the line.
Just the usual, busy department. We're up to 6,056 calls as of yesterday from July 1st of '23. We're still averaging 18 and a half calls, and Friday is our busiest day with 10 o'clock being our busiest hour.
What happened to Medical Monday?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
You know what? Everybody assumes Medical Monday, but guess what? The statistics, it's a moving target.
Yeah.
But it's been pretty consistent. The last, 6 months of reports, Friday and 10 o'clock are our busiest. Tuesday is our next busiest day, believe it or not. So, yeah.
We take Monday off.
Yeah.
So in my office has been extremely busy getting ready for these. We felt pretty strong and comfortable with the feedback we were getting from the RTM. So we started, certainly started planning early on, but we started more earnestly as we got closer to the approval, and now it's been finally approved. And you already said it. Cannot thank the approving bodies, including this board, for supporting our plan, supporting our department in light of all the, it was a big ask, and they know we're coming back for more. Of course, next year is a reval year. We're gonna lay a bit low, but we're gonna set the foundation for phase 2 because it needs to happen. And to complete the final phase really completes the equity of service puzzle piece, where we can hit about 90% of the built-up area of town within the 4 minutes response, which is the goal. So everybody in town's getting equally served, from Stony Creek to Short Beach to Branford Hills and so on and
Brushy
so
Plains,
forth. So we appreciate the support there, and other than that, that's really what's consuming our time. The end of the year stuff, of course, is a big thing, and that's not only getting this year put away, but beginning getting prepared for our next year. So appreciate everybody's support, and there's a lot of hard work going on in here. I'm going to turn it over to Brian.
Yeah, just two things. OSHA came and inspected Station Company 2 and Company 5. Found no major issues. We're addressing the couple of items that they found between GGB and ourselves. Other than that, I've been in that rope rescue training class this month. It's been great to work alongside with the troops and get out of the office for a little bit. It's we have there's 20 of us in this class, and they're a really great group of people. The skill level is high. It all comes easy to them. They're well versed in the rope rescue. It's very technical. It's been a good experience, and it's also to recognize the time. It's a lot of hours outside of their regular work shift, on top of covering our 2 long-term injuries right now. Covering Engine 9 and all the, it's a big ask for these people, and they're really stepping up, and it's been a good experience to get to know them more, because I'm still fairly new, and getting my hands dirty with them has been fun.
You know the streets yet?
Not all, but I'm getting there.
I saw you overhanging the side. I saw a picture of you coming over the side of the tower.
And I can concur with everything Chief Kozak just said. It's good to get out there, because these things change so rapidly. It's been our philosophy, and Brian shares it with me, that we do our SCBA quarterlies, we do our firefighting training, not to the extent that they do every day, but we do the major stuff. We do our OSHA training. We get involved in these classes, and if we're going to make decisions on new pieces of equipment and see what's going on, I think it's important. Plus, at the fire the other day, we were short-staffed again. We mentioned we had one ambulance at St. Francis. We had, a lot of our people that might be backup coming in off duty were at the rope class, etc. And in those the initial part of the fire, when you need all things to happen at the same time, we were short-staffed. So, I'm moving hose.
I could tell you the chief was on the roof,
stuff,
so you guys know. He was on the roof with the ventilation team. So.
But it's important to know what they go through, and that they also know that we can back them up if necessary.
Yeah.
And our biggest role is, of course, in safety and just supporting the chiefs who are in command, and we don't typically take over unless it's needs to be expanded or necessary. But we act in a support role, and they do a great job.
Sure. Old business? On the new business, just going to Chief Ahern, we hope to have like a real good estimate of where we are, probably, and we're going to give it like 120 days for this building. The chief knows I've been really friendly with Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I've been monitoring this new building that they built out there. I know it's a little different on the economy scale, but
Is it metal, Bobby? Or
yeah, they
masonry?
built it's masonry and metal, and
Like
they
we
have a lot of nice stuff. But yeah,
Similar to Nines, or
no, but it's it's 2-story. Yeah,
Yeah.
2-story house. Yeah, it's big.
good.
You know, Chief knows that they have an outer building, but I've been following and asking a lot of questions, so I tag them on it. So, and I did find out when they did tell me that it's going to be June 8th if we want to go. You and I, we're invited.
Field trip.
Field trip. What's that? 5 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They said it starts 10 o'clock sharp. It's over at 10:30, and I went, okay, send me pictures.
Yeah. About 5 hours for a half hour.
So we'll come out and see when you put your apparatus in there. They've been doing a nice job on it. So, but we'll hopefully in the next. I'm going to give 120 days to. We should have really something really concrete now that we know exactly what we can build on this facility, and maybe this is too big or not too big. But we'll find out.
The rendering that you have really shows the maximum size.
Yeah. We might not need that.
Yeah, you're 80.
But we
by-
wanted to be,
Because if we went 2-story right now, we went 1 story down below, we're looking at 10,400 square feet. We know we don't need that out there.
Well, it shows us what we can fit.
Yeah, so, yeah,
Yeah, but always bigger is better because you
Yeah.
want to grow into it.
yeah.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, we
you
have
may
to look
want to
at
add
some of
more
our
equipment
stuff.
out there.
Maybe you're gonna move our hazmat stuff out there.
Storage is one of the premium things, so, you know, that's definitely, plus we want to be able to have the ability to put a spare apparatus so that,
Does the parcel allow for expansion if needed?
No, this would
no,
be the
that
max
would
right
be
here.
it.
Okay,
So if we did it, we would have to do this here, kind of, and do it all. But,
and
you
that's
know.
it.
And we will consider.
You could
that.
always have unfinished space, as we know. You don't have to
So the
finish the
site, we have to do
upstairs.
some creativity with the drop.
Yeah, a little bit in there, yeah.
Actually, where the building footprint is,
It's
you're-
fine.
Yeah, you're
it
pretty
should,
good. It just drops
yeah,
off
back
with
here,
the
yeah.
parking, yeah.
Yeah,
Put a stone wall up.
yeah. Retaining
I know a
walls.
guy.
Yeah. But that's our intent, is to have in 120 days, to have a real number of, you know, right now what it's gonna cost them. We can kind of figure in a little bit here and there, so we can go back to the Board of Finance with our plan and tell them, you know, what we're looking at for monies, and look and see what we can get for federal grant. You know, they already talked to our people in Hartford, have already said they would step up and help, so.
And this department's been excellent
Yeah.
with the grants. I mean, we
yeah.
have
Yeah, they really have.
Yeah,
done a
we
great
do a good
job
at
with
these
the
two.
grants, yeah.
Our whole team, so. That's it for new business for me. Anything else?
Yeah. So I'd like to propose that this room be named in honor of Buzz.
Nice.
Oh, I like that.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
Put a plaque out on the,
Yeah,
if we can figure out what her actual years are, too. You must have that.
well, it's 1994. We
Was
can
it?
find out when we get all her files. I think she was, I think definitely 1994 to 2000. But we could find out,
Yeah, it would be in the
Yeah.
town clerk's office, so I
Yeah.
can research
Okay.
that.
yeah.
That's be very nice.
Mom was
Yeah, that's
positive
great,
it is,
Jack.
yes.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's excellent.
Thinking.
Yeah, get a plaque, maybe have the family here that night.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah, sounds great.
sure. Yeah,
Yes,
I will put that in the form of a motion then.
okay,
I will second it.
okay. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So voted, okay.
Buzz?
I know, I'm waiting for her, I'm waiting for the light to start, you know.
Twinkling or something.
Probably she wouldn't want it, she'd probably be mad.
Oh.
No, she is
she
mad
would
right
be.
now.
No,
Otherwise, I will take a motion to adjourn at 5:35.
So
All in
moved.
favor?
second.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Happy Memorial Day to all, and safe.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
This program was brought to you in part through the support of the Town of Branford. Watch town meetings and other videos on demand at BranfordTV.org.